I'm Jenny. I am the mama behind Bunker Hill Cavaliers, and I thought I would hop on here and give you guys some more information about myself, where my love for the breed came from, and how I got into breeding. I figured this is a little more personable than just putting some text on Facebook about myself. I'm not a vlogger, so do not judge me too hard on this. I just literally set up my camera and was like, I'm gonna record a little bit about my life. So anyways, my love for the Cavalier King Charles Spaniels came at when I was 13 years old. You're so cute. You're so cute. My biggest fans right here. So anyways, I was 13. My best friend tragically passed away unexpectedly, and she was 17, I was 13. She was my best friend, and after she passed away, it was a dark time. I was very depressed, and my mom and I decided that it would be a good idea to get a dog. And so I researched a lot of different breeds, and one day I was scrolling through Facebook and or not Facebook, I'm sorry, Craigslist, and I found an ad for Cavalier puppies, and they were in the same town as us. So we made an appointment to go see them. The breeder was awesome, very knowledgeable. All these puppies were running around everywhere with the mom and dad. It was just so cool. And I remember saying to my mom, I want this house. Like, this is what I want my home to be like one day, because this is just awesome. So after talking to the breeder for quite some time and obviously interacting with the puppies, she urged us to do our research and about the breed, because there was so much to know about it. So we left, we did research. Me and my mom collectively researched it in and out, day in and day out, day in and day, all the time. And well, we decided to go get a Cavalier puppy. And so a couple days later, we go back to the breeders. We're looking at the puppies again, and there was this cutest little puppy in the back, behind everybody. She was the quietest, the calmest one. And I went over to her and I was like, puppy, puppy. And she flew into my arms, and that was it. She was mine. And we brought her home, and I loved her so very, very dearly. She was my best friend. And her name was Jasmine. She was a black and tan Cavalier, purebred, obviously. And unfortunately, she passed away of old age a few years ago. But that's really how I started to love the breed, is just through her and our journey together. So, let's see, where are we at? So throughout those years, I kind of had figured that owning another Cavalier was not going to be something that I would do, because they're expensive, they require a lot of health testing, and they have a lot of special needs. Food, how vaccines should be given, what vaccine should be given, what vaccine shouldn't be given. I was a vet technician for 6.5 years, so I saw a lot of their health problems firsthand. And with that, I was like, probably I'm not gonna ever own another one. So anyways, about 4 years ago, I went through a separation and then later a divorce, and I at the time had a 2-year-old. And I was then a single mom, and it was a really rough time. So one day I'm scrolling on Facebook, and I see this post from a gentleman that was trying to rehome his breeding pair of Cavaliers. And I immediately messaged him and was like, well, please give me all the information. Here's some information about me, blah, blah, blah. Well, he messaged me back and said that there was about 75 people who were interested and who had messaged him. And so I thought, I'm not gonna this isn't gonna happen for me, because there's 75 people other than me that are interested. So a couple days went by. I had messaged him again, just checking on the process and seeing if I was at all gonna be able to do this. And he messaged me a few days later, so it had been like about 5 days. And he said that he picked me and that he would love for me to have the breeding pair. And so that weekend, the next weekend, I think I talked to him on like a Thursday. The next weekend, my mom and I went down and we picked up this breeding pair of Cavaliers. They were 2 tricolored. Gizzy was the female and KC was the male. Gizzy was 3.5 years old and KC was 6. They had already had previous litters. And then when I got them in November of 2022, they then had a litter with me in February of 2023. So she had 6 beautiful babies, 1 Blenheim, and the rest were tri. And they were absolutely gorgeous. Gizzy was a wonderful mama. Gizzy did have some trouble with the litter, some nutritional issues after she gave birth. That is something that could have been avoided if she had been taken care of her entire life, like the way she should have been. And I won't give out too much information about that because it's a lot. But when the puppies were about 1.5 to 2 weeks old, I noticed that a couple of them had inguinal hernias. And inguinal hernias are genetic. So I was like, where in the heck is this coming from? This was not disclosed to me that her previous litters had had any of these issues. And I was very disheartened over it. So I obviously took them to the vet. The vet was like, this is not a life-threatening condition. They will be okay. It was something that will need to be fixed once they are spayed and neutered. And obviously I reached out to the owners who already had deposits on them and let them know, all the vet's information and everything. And those puppies are absolutely fine. They are thriving 1.5-year-olds now that are just as gorgeous as can be. I talk to all of the owners all the time and they love their puppies so much. But with that being said, I had a decision to make of where is this coming from? Is it coming from KC? Is it coming from Gizzy? And obviously I would not continue to breed either one of them depending on who it came from. So after many months of trying to figure out where this is coming from, because this is not something that was flagged on any of their testing, which I thought was very interesting. I had reached out to some of the owners who had puppies from their previous litters, and they confirmed that their dogs also had, these hernias. So I reached out to the previous owner. He said he was unaware that there was any issues and that his wife, who had passed away a few months prior, did the majority of everything with the puppies, so he had no idea. So after months of digging into all of this and figuring out where it came from, I narrowed it down that it was Gizzy that was passing this, the genetic hernias on. So she was retired and she is living the life as a retired Cavalier that is absolutely so loved and doted on by her new owner. So KC is 6.5 years old, very healthy, no genetic issues, all the health testing and everything. So him and Bonnie had their first litter together on June 8th. Those puppies are almost 4 weeks old now, and they are gorgeous. We had 2 tricolors and the rest are Blenheims. There were 6 total. They are healthy, gorgeous puppies. I still have 4 that are available. 1 little girl and 3 boys. So if you want to inquire about the new puppies that are available, please let me know. I am a hobby breeder and I do not believe in overbreeding, so these girls will each have 1 litter a year. I am hoping to expand my breeding program sometime within the next year with a solid ruby and hopefully another tricolored. But that's all depending on how the years go. So thank you for getting this far along in my video, and I appreciate everybody watching. Sorry for how terrible I am at this kind of thing. Maybe I'll get better at it, who knows? But it was nice to connect with you guys and just let you know kind of where I came from. So have a great day. Happy 4th of July. And if you have any questions, private message me. Bye.